The final playoff push is upon us. It's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. On first down, Williamson. He'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play at second down.
Taken down at the 19-yard
56, Mike, 56, right there, 56.
Brings up second and 9. The 19-yard line.
On second down, it's Williamson. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Brings up third and 4.
And they'll look to avoid an early 3 and out here on 3rd and 4.
Hey, alert.
Throwing is Wilson. Oh, he almost picked it. Nearly a turnover there on their opening drive. And that's a throw he'd like to have back. Now 4th down. That's a pretty good opening possession defensively.
And you know the goal is to make something of a statement, especially on the road with your first defensive possession, isn't it? Go right out and establish yourselves and let them know this is going to be tough going all game long.
Fielded at the 20. An excellent return that time, 26 yards. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 on their side of midfield at the 47. First rep of the game for Josh Jacobs. And he's up across midfield and down into Seattle territory. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2. On 2nd down, Jacobs. And he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1. This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4 down territory even if they don't get it, though. Try to run for it with Jacobs. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. Had a chance to maybe limit them to 3 if they could have gotten that stop there, but a new set of downs.
And with a new set of downs, you got to take the mentality of the whole thing. Right now, everyone's looking at the offense and saying they've got the advantage. The best defenses just say, okay, new set of downs, gives us another chance to make a play ourselves and maybe change things up.
They'll look to throw now on first down. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. 2nd and 12 after the first down pass play went backwards for 2 yards. Here we go on 2nd and 12. He completes this one to Mack. 19 yards the pick up there. Move the chains.
Of course, the catch was nice, but how about what happened after? Able to stay on his feet and gain all that additional yardage. So many of these slot guys, I think, have running back in their background.
Ready up. Mike 57. You want this. 6-6.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. Here's a quick throw caught by Smith. And he's taken down after a gain of 3 as they move it from the 22 to the 19. Here's a 2nd and 7. And he finds his tight end. It's Ertz. How about the start throwing the football? 4 for 4 on this opening drive.
Oh, he's slinging it. And oftentimes when you talk about slinging it, you're thinking about a guy throwing it all over the yard, not necessarily accurately. In this case, though, he's honing in on his targets, and he's delivering.
Yeah, the opening script, however, they drew it up for this first drive, going to plan so far.
57, 57, watch the flag, watch the flag, watch the flag. Watch the flag, motion. Hey! 57, Mike, 57. Hey, wahoo!
They'll look to throw again. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Get your backs to the goal line. I can hear my high school coach right now. This is when force meets force. Got to be physical in order to win this battle.
Yeah, that's where the physicality pays off. A nice job forcing the contact and forcing the incompletion.
Yeah, Coach Ford would have loved that play.
He will find Smith in the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A 7-yard touchdown grab as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. One of the keys to their long winning streak has been scoring first. An ideal drive right there, getting the first 6 points of the ball game.
Do you go back to our meeting with the offensive coordinator? Remember what he told us?
Absolutely.
With some teams, I script to probe in the early part of the game. Other teams, I script to attack. They've been in attack mode for these ball games and continue that in this one.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And the last drive, the first drive for them, not very good. 3 and out. What do they go to here?
Well, you don't look down at your play sheet and say, this is what the problem is. Yeah, let's find out who my playmakers are. Get the ball in their hands, and maybe the offense will move a little bit better.
Sometimes it's more important to get it to the right people rather than dialing up the right number.
Exactly.
Or the right play, yeah.
That too.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
Hey, man. Alert.
Now Wilson. Looking left sideline, but it's incomplete. The intended receiver was DK Metcalf, and it's 3rd and 4.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. From the gun, it's Wilson. And he comes back with one complete. And he has another 1st down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 43.
And he's the epitome of what we call the move tight end. A guy that you can line up anywhere, in the slot, out wide, in tight. Doesn't really matter because he has such great skills. You want to utilize him in all aspects of your passing offense.
And there he was in the slot for the catch. A 1st down run, good for about 3. 2nd and 7 coming up. Dorian O'Daniel, 3rd-round pick in 2018, made the tackle. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. And a give this time to the tailback. Give him 2 yards on the gain there, and it will take us to the end of quarter number 1.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half, maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
And he's able to get it to the 31, and that's enough for the first. A nice 1st down pickup on a gain of 6. They'll run on 1st down. It's Williamson. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. A great play there. With a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. As they are now on the board here in the first half. Lutz with the extra point. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's
caught at the 25. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A big play there with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Eagles have taken the lead. Not a whole lot to recap on that drive. Just one play, 75 yards to the house.
Yeah, it's a long way to go. And remember, rarely is it a straight line 75 yards, too. Got to have a little extra in there. So whatever the final number is, a well-deserved seat on the bench, a little oxygen if he wants it as well.
And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. They trail a one-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10. Limited running room as he'll get about 3 to the 21.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Line 90. 56, right there, 56. There it goes. Check.
Now a give, right side. Williamson. He'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 23.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
The Seahawks on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4.
Let's go.
From the shotgun, Wilson. And that would be incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
He gets us away. It's a good one. Drawing toward the sidelines. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds.
Let's go.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. I mean, that's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust. They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. On 3rd down, here comes Jacobs. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 10 yards there and an Eagle 1st down. Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And he'll push his way up to about the 44 here. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. 2nd and 9 now. Going right side here, and that's complete. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 35. On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. It's a gain of 9 yards. And it'll be second and about a yard to go for the first. Back to the running game with Jacobs. And he stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on third down. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
We get slap happy up here sometimes. Right back to him on first down. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Seahawks have recovered.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense.
Ready. 70, Indy.
Second and 14. His throw caught right around the 6. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. An excellent pickup of 20 yards. He'll drop to throw. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
When you get your backs in the shadow of your goal line, you've got to be physical in that situation because there's not a whole lot of space, not a lot of wild plays that can be run there.
It's put up or shut up time. Defensively, nice job just to make sure they didn't complete it on that play.
Look at me. Go now.
On second down now, it's Jacobs, and he's in for an Eagles touchdown. Josh Jacobs with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Eagles able to push further out in front. And that'll give them a 2-score lead here, but I'm looking ahead. They just want to hold it for the final moments here of the second quarter. They don't want to give up anything on the other side.
No, not at all, because if they don't, it almost had the feel of an imposing their will score. And right now, they want to make sure they keep that and carry it into the second half.
And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line.
Let's go.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Well, look at the clock here. You're inside of a minute. First half hasn't gone that well for you. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. Second and 19. They don't want to repeat a first down. They'll keep it on the ground. And obviously not fooling anybody here as they stop him behind the line of scrimmage. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long.
Bang out.
Once again, they'll keep it on the ground. And they will bottle him up behind the line, and now will they use a timeout? And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with fourth down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say we'll see what happens. Now here's Michael Dixon as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he gets it away, and it's a laser headed for the sidelines. And this one goes angling out of bounds, and it will be spotted inside the 30-yard line.
At their own 30-yard line.
Ready, set.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play, that's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. So the Eagles with the lead, and they're going to get this football first as the third quarter gets underway. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively. They run it with Jacobs. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. Third down turns to first with that 5-yard pickup.
Well, partner, none of these runs individually have added up to a whole lot.
Now, 3 plays, all 3 short runs, but together a first down.
Yeah, it's amazing how the narrative changes when you string them together.
On play action, they'll throw. He's going to let this one go deep. But when this ball's tipped and intercepted, Trey Flowers picks it. So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. And not much there at all as they get this only up to about the 11. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 11-yard line.
Check.
On 2nd and 9, Wilson. Flush to his right. He'll try and run it. And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Here's Wilson to throw. And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. Harold Landry in there to get him. And on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. And he gets this away, angled for the sideline with a lot behind it. Wow. And this punt goes out of bounds, and it'll be marked inside the 40.
On the ready.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
Hey, go. Hey. We got 3 down. Let's go.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion.
Hey, Alpha. Go.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. And all the way down to the 41-yard line. That one a gain of 20 and a first down. They'll look to throw here on first down. Throw left side complete. That's Mack. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down.
2nd and 5 at the 36-yard line.
2nd and 5. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
That would have been a great catch, but it was real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
They will run the draw with Jacobs. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38.
No surprise there, Jadeveon Clowney with a tackle for loss. We all know how he became one of the most famous players in football, though, don't we?
Oh, that one play.
Yeah, that one big-time play. It was on highlights everywhere. They want to see more of that here in the NFL.
These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted. But I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at their own 22. Eluding the pressure right. He's going to take off with it. And he's got this almost to the 40 before going out. Able to make something out of nothing there. 17 yards and a 1st down.
Man, defensively, that hurts. They got him out of his rhythm. They had him hemmed in, but somehow he was able to tuck it away and get away for a gain.
From up near the 40 now after the big play to start. Here's another 1st and 10. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
You remember me? Let's go, baby. Mike, 53. Mike.
2nd and 10. It's Wilson again. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Credit the secondary and credit the defensive game plan. They've been in his hip pocket all game long. They understood coming in that he was a big-time receiver.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Escaping the pressure right, and he will find his man on the outside. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
3rd and 10 wasn't going to be easy. Now after the holding penalty, they have to deal with a 3rd and 20.
Run left. You got motion man. You got motion man right there. All those special.
Out of the gun, here's Wilson. Flushed out right. Now he's going to throw deep right side. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
And we're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. Meanwhile, down in Glendale, and not much trouble for the 49ers in that when they open the lead a bit further. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
Back to throw now on 1st down. He's got a man. That's caught. Left sideline. 12 yards is the pickup. Good for an Eagle 1st down. Back now in Seattle, Washington. It's the Eagles in possession of the football and leading this one as we get ready to start the final quarter. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down.
Watch 7. Hey, orbit. Go.
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. He's going to rifle one deep left. It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A big play there with his 13th touchdown of the year and 2nd of the game. And the Eagles able to push further out in front. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is there bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning? Right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
Well, you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or two short here with third down coming up. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. 11 yards there and a first down for Seattle. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Wilson leaves this one with Penny. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. 10 yards and a Seattle first down.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. That's a gain of 4 as we slip inside of 4 minutes left in regulation. To throw on 2nd and 6. Wilson. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 24-yard line. Penny, a first down carry. And he's going to take this down to about the 17. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2.
53. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 17-yard line.
From the 17, Wilson. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. From 17 yards out. And the Seahawks are able to cut into that deficit. So now a 2-point conversion attempt coming for Wilson and the Seahawks. They'll try and run it here. And he will not make it to the goal line. The defense holds him here. And this is still a 3-score game as the lead remains 18. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Oh, he'll try and throw it deep to the other side of the field. And got his man complete. It's a big play there for the Eagles. 44 yards. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Here's Jacobs. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. What a difference a play makes. A huge step forward and now a small step back as he loses a yard or 2. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. No, he almost had it. Already with 1 interception, just missing his 2nd there. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. They'll set up to throw. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Well, give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Finally, a good play there defensively on the deep ball. The secondary has had its struggles this entire game. Offensively, they've had their way with them.
So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
And this one travels out of bounds, so unsuccessful there on the onside kick try. Well, they were a little too excited to get the football, touched it before it went 10 yards.
And that's so difficult, isn't it? Because sometimes it can just take a bad hop and veer into your lane or into your body. In this case, though, they touched it before 10. Illegal touching is the call.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. 8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. And some room to run now. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. A great effort there. With his 14th touchdown of the year, 2nd of the game. And the Seahawks are able to close the gap just a bit. Lutz good on the extra point, and the lead will be cut down to 14. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And a couple yards deep, he'll go to a knee. He won't return it. And they'll take it out to the 25. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. That one looks like he'll throw here. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off at the 21. 2-score game here in the 4th, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy because with a 2-score lead, you would think maybe you're just sitting on and trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like, hey, we've got a good cushion. We can keep pressing it. It ended up costing them.
And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. 11 yards there and a first down for Seattle. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Here we go, G. Get off the field.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Williamson. And they give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. On 2nd down, it's Williamson.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on run downs. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the 2nd level.
On 3rd down, Williamson. And he brings this up to the 46. Good enough for the first. 7 yards there. Good enough to move the sticks.
Green 80! 36 power.
Ain't no such thing as a
Looking to throw on second down. Wilson, he's going to let it fly. That's caught inside the 20. And he takes this one into the end zone, and all of a sudden, here in the final minute, things get a little bit tighter.
No, we're not cheering. No, we're not rooting, but I am excited about this, and I know you are too. We got a ball game again after that big-time strike.
Big-time strike, and you are right. Don't go anywhere yet. This thing's not done. And the Eagles are going to recover. And that might be enough to put a bow on this one. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Ready to break. Watch it. Hey, Sam off. Ready.
On first down, it's Jacobs. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
We got 4.
2nd and 6. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this fourth quarter of play. And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long.
Yeah. Hey, we got 4. We got 4 now. Deep grip.
Looking to throw. Well, he's going to go for it all. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Fair to say the secondary play, whichever side you're on, hasn't really been a glowing exhibition so far, but a nice job there to prevent a long completion.
I agree with you, but at some point, someone had to make a play and try and stop this exhibition of almost speed racing that we've been watching, huh?
Yeah, it has been quarterback and receiver dominated. Back to throw. And no, it's incomplete. Dan Quinn's guys unable to come through there on 4th down. And the Seahawks, they'll get the football back in outstanding field position.
Alert. Watch 1. Let's go, Heavy. Hey. What you got? Heavy? What you got? 22. Back. 19. Mike 1. That's it. So Mike's number 1.
Back to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down. These are the spots, this stage of the game, where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and in the second quarter, he may very well run by him, but in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple of extra.
And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Now the Seahawks forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 14 seconds to go in the game. Wilson and the Seahawks looking for something big following the sack. It's 3rd and long here. Now Wilson. He's going to let it fly. And nearly intercepted there. That would have been ball game if he had clinched it and caught it. Instead, it gives him one more chance here on 4th down. Down 7, and they've got to go for it here on 4th down. And whistles, and they take their final timeout with 7 seconds left. And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it.
Watch 1. You can't block me. You can't block me. You can't block me. Tighten up. Look. 6 or 14. 6 God. Gotta go, in and out. Let's go.
They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off down near the 5.